Welcome to a week of winter van life without heat in Canada. It has been quite the day so far. I woke up about 5 a.m. I'm not sure what woke me up, but the heater was off and there was no power to the controller and there was no power to the battery monitor. And I don't know, maybe the battery's totally dead. I've been keeping an eye on it. It hasn't dropped below 12 volts. I don't know about these things. So that was pretty stressful. It's pretty cold here right now. It's below freezing at night, definitely. The condensation on my front window was frozen. So I just went back to sleep for 3 hours. Got up just in time to make coffee before going to yoga. Spilt the cacao portion of my coffee all over the floor of my van, all sorts of stuff. There's tons of chocolatey stuff in here. But I did make it to yoga in time, so that was good, much needed. After yoga, I went in search of a trickle charger because I do have access to plug in power at a friend's house, thankfully, because I am where I'm based. I could not find anything that would have been appropriate for a lithium battery. So, determined to get my power system working, I headed over to a van builder here in town to talk to them, and have booked in 1 week from today to get my power system properly installed and all sorted out, and everything's going to be good once I'm done with them. But for the next week, I have no power and no heat. So I'm going to take you along with me, and I'm going to explain how I stay warm, how I make it comfortable, because this is actually not a new experience. I have lived in a van now for almost 9 years. I started van life in winter. My first 8 winters of van life, I had no heat. So I'm all bundled up. I got a jacket on, toque on, and I've come out here to hang out in the sun. It's not super windy today, so it's quite nice. Frank's happy to lay in the sun, and my van is an absolute disaster. So I'm going to start by cleaning that up, and we're just going to savor the warmth of the sun while we can. So I've just made my bed, and the first thing I've done to prepare for this cold week is I put some of my extra blankets onto the bed. So I have a sheet, I have a light cotton blanket doubled over, 2 more wool blankets that are a little small. I put Frank's fleece blanket that normally I have on top for him to lay on. I put that in the bedding, and then my rainbow wool blanket. And then I have 1 more cotton blanket for me to wrap up in if I'm up doing stuff or working at my computer. And then I have my sleeping bag, which I leave out when it's cold, because Frank can't get under the blankets, but he can get under this. It's really light, so he's able to get himself under this. If I leave him in the van to do something and he gets cold, then he can get in there. And it's rated to minus 15 Celsius, so it's actually a really warm sleeping bag. And we've camped in a tent, way colder conditions than we're going to face this week. So he really loves the sleeping bag, and I've already been letting him use it when I go to yoga and stuff, so I don't have to have the heater running, because I was trying to save power. That didn't work out. So the sleeping bag is here for him to get cozy in whenever he wants. So step 1 done. All right, well, I made my tea. I put most of it in here to stay warm, and the rest of it in this cup ready to go. But if you put hot stuff in these sealed mugs, it builds pressure. So I just had it open for a little bit. And I forgot it was open, and I just put it on my bed. Put it on my bed sideways. Poured ginger tea all over my bed and onto the floor, which now I'm 2 for 2 of hot drinks I've made myself today that I have spilled in my van, which is really not great without a heater, because it's really hard to dry things when it's this cold. And so I'm really lucky that the next week is going to be mostly dry. But being in cold, wet places without heat is quite a challenge, and you have to take it very seriously, like not bringing moisture inside, not spilling things. So yeah, the last 2 days were actually quite a bit colder today and windy, but because I had heat, I went out and did stuff. Well, good morning. I've been hanging out here for almost an hour now, just filming different variations of this waterfall for my ambient channel. But I really enjoy doing it. It's so relaxing. And this is one of my favorite places around Squamish, and one of my favorite waterfalls to hang out at. I've spent a lot of time here over the years, and a lot of time here processing difficult periods in life. This feels a little silly because it is a very cold day and it is sunny, but we're going into like the shadows of the forest tucked in behind the chief. But it's one of my favorite river spots, and because it's been cold and it hasn't rained a ton lately, the river is running really clear, so it's the perfect time to like come visit and film it. So we're all bundled up. I have 2 pairs of pants on, a fleece, a jacket, hood, gloves, and I brought 2 blankets for Frank because I intend to film a bunch of long scenes for my ambient channel, and if he shows any sign of discomfort, I'm going to bundle him up. But right now he's very excited to be out for a walk and to be in the forest. He has been actually loving this cold weather, which is nice to see. Thank you for being so patient. Oh, yeah, boy. Oh, yeah. What's this? Alright, I have filmed my scenes from here. My butt is freezing from sitting on the rocks. So I think we're going to walk for a bit, find a new spot with some slightly different river sounds and sights to film. Well, it is absolutely beautiful in here, and I feel so inspired to film all these long scenes of water flowing, but Frank's decided he's had enough, so we're gonna head back to the van, get warm, get cozy. So yeah, since it's like not quite so easy just to like come in and get warm, like it's more important to like try not to get super cold, and it definitely was pretty cold filming scenes for my ambient channel because I'm just standing quietly in the cold dark forest for like long periods of time. So it's there's a lot of memories coming back to me about my time spent living without heat. And so yeah, the next rest of this next week is going to be interesting, and I think once I have heat again I will be extremely grateful for it. So another thing I need to do to get ready for this cold week is eat up some stuff that doesn't freeze well, because it's gonna freeze tonight. It's gonna freeze in here, and salad greens don't take well to freezing. Stuff like potatoes and beets, like they do pretty fine with it, but like I don't want to snuggle with this tonight, so I'm making a huge salad, even though it is not what I want to eat right now. I don't want to eat a cold salad, so I made a dressing that's like a spicy mustard ginger dressing to like add some like warming effects to what would otherwise be a cold salad. I have an avocado that needs to be eaten and like a mango. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just making salad to like use up what needs to be used up. All right, so I got my salad. It is greens, avocado, mango, pumpkin seed, some sort of applewood smoked chaise substance, and some seaweed. I forget which type of seaweed. Anyways, and I have my candle going, which it does put off a bit of heat, not enough to actually make it warm in here, but I can warm up my fingertips. And psychologically, having a little flame and like the warmth light makes being in the cold quite a bit easier. So good morning. I miss these Frankie snuggles in the summer when it's warm, and if I have the heater cranked in here, he's very comfortable and he sleeps on top of the blankets. So it's kind of nice that it's cold and he wants to be snuggled up with me. So it's like 8 o'clock now. I woke up a couple hours ago and I just didn't feel like getting up. I was like, no, this is nice. I'll just snuggle with Frank and snooze. So yeah, I got like 8 hours of sleep because, oh yeah, we left town late last night after a big day. We left town. I'm not in town. We're going on an adventure for the next few days. I kind of forgot. Yeah. Oh, this camera's heavy. Yeah, we're gonna go on an adventure. We're gonna just go enjoy some time in the woods, some off-grid time, just relax instead of doing town stuff, because it might be our last opportunity to enjoy this area before the roads get snowed in. Look at this preciousness. Look how happy he is. Look at this little smile. Frank, I love snuggle season. So hard to get out of bed when I got you in my arms. But I'm gonna make coffee, so I'm gonna tuck you in. Okay, you stay in bed. Be cozy. Oh, don't let the heat escape. There you go. There you go, bud. Nice and tucked in. So real quick, this is Amanda from slightly in the future, and it's a little bit warmer out, which is really nice because my computer battery doesn't drain quite so fast, which means I can sit down and enjoy taking a class on Skillshare and Skillshare is the sponsor of today's video. I've been a member with Skillshare now for almost a year, and it has really helped me to enrich my life, not only for improving the quality of videos, which you guys have definitely noted in the comment section, but I've also used it to take a number of lifestyle courses as well as fine arts courses. So the class I'm actually taking right now is called Everyday Minimalism: Find Calm and Creativity in Living Simply by Erin Boyle. Now, a class on minimalism might seem a little strange for somebody who lives in a van, but the fact of the matter is my van is always kind of brimming even after the renovations, and I've found the tips in this class to be so helpful to address the areas that cause me a little stress so that I can bring more calm into my life, and that translates into just a better quality of life all around. And this class is actually kind of perfect for the offer I have for you today, which is 50% off a 1-year membership with Skillshare. It's a special Black Friday deal, and it's so awesome because it's not about consuming more or more stuff or more clutter. It's about you and investing in yourself and exploring your creativity, or maybe pivoting into a new career or learning some new skills, which you know I am all about. With the Skillshare membership, you can engage in your hobbies and passions for a full 12 months and really get off to a good start with the coming year. For a limited time offer, you can get 50% off a full year Skillshare subscription, which is the best value offer they have all year. So just click the link in the video description or the pinned comment below and you can get started today. And now back to a colder time. Go sniff about, keep the heat in. So normally I wouldn't choose a spot that's like closer to the road when I have options to be further, but even though the weather says there shouldn't really be any accumulation of snow, snow falls quietly in the night. So if I wake up and there's snow, the other area of camping that I really like is quite a bit harder for somebody to help me get out, and quite a bit harder for me to try to get myself out, which is always my first option. Like, I prefer to self-rescue, and when that fails, then I get other people involved. So this site is much easier to get in and out of. So the other reason I chose this spot is because there's a fire pit with some wood already. And so one of the things I came out here to do is to have like nice big fires, of course. It's a great way to stay warm when we don't have heat in the van. And then also just being a little bit further from the river is I'm in the protection of the trees, so it is slightly warmer in here than exposed to the wind that comes down the river. And so because it's under the trees, there's this area by my van that doesn't have snow, whereas a lot of the other sites are covered in snow. So that will just give me a good place to like set up for yoga or meditation, and it's just like drier and like warmer if we're gonna put a blanket down to like hang around. So yeah, that's why I chose this spot. Not the spot I would choose in the summer, but definitely a really good spot to choose now that it's winter. And yeah, I'm excited to be out here and to be off the internet and to just be with my Frankie and have some time in nature. It's just, I think, a little bit above zero, so it's like a warm cold. Do you want to get me a stick? Oh, that's a nice stick, bud. That's a nice stick, bud. Are you so excited to be camping? Where are we going with the stick? You gonna put it in the wood pile? Do you want me to throw it? Or you want to play tug? Oh, yeah. Oh, get boy. Get it, boy. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tough guy. Oh, I got the tough neck. Tough neck, doggy. Oh, okay. You win. You win. Good job, bud. Now you can enjoy the view and be super cozy. I'll just tuck you. Just tuck you like that. There you go, bud. There you go, people. Frank, I brought you a treat. Do you want that, bud? Oh, yum. Yeah, you gotta ingest those calories to stay warm, buddy. Yeah, it's a wonderful day to be out here. It's so nice and quiet out here. And the river is really relaxing, and there's some little birds that just like sing from time to time. So yeah, it's really glad we came out here, and I don't feel at all like the cold or the bit of snow is taking away from it. I think because it's here, we're able to have a really nice, quiet time, and yeah, it's really nice to see like how easily I'm just like being okay with the cold. It was pretty nice to like be able to just press a button and like in 5 minutes like be warm, but having like mental fortitude is really helpful in life. So it's good to like go to your comfort zone like physically and sit with some discomfort, as long as you're not like hurting yourself or like putting yourself in danger. It's good to like learn to like find stillness and calm with like the discomfort of like icy fingers, or you know, whatever, just like the fact that it's cold and you have to get out of bed in the cold and change your clothes in the cold. It's like there's so many like ways to like stay warm, like tea or like moving firewood or like gentle yoga. Lots of layers. Puffy booties. That's a spoon. Hi. Oh, good morning, my precious boy. Thank you. I do have chapped lips, but I don't know if that helps. Hi. Oh, you're so toasty. Oh, you're so toasty and warm. Thank you. You're so toasty in there. Oh, yeah, bud. Yeah, buddy. You're gonna make coffee with me? We're gonna make coffee. Yeah. If you're cooking with these canisters, these isopropanol, I think, canisters, even though it says 4-season performance mixture, it doesn't perform as well in the cold. If it's full, it does pretty good. But if it's too cold or the volume of gas in the canister is low, then a really good way to get it to perform well is to cup it with your hands. And that just uses your heat to warm up the gas inside, and then it burns like way better. So there were times, like several years ago in truck, we were down in Idaho and it was like minus 16 Celsius. And I couldn't boil water unless I cupped my hands on the canister, which is really cold for your hands, but it means you can have coffee. It means you can make liquid water to like exist. So it gets dark around 5 p.m. in these parts, and at that time we went in the van last night. I had the hardest time just staying awake till 8. I didn't want to go to sleep any earlier. And then I woke up and I thought, oh, it's morning. It was 11:30 p.m. I was like ready to start my day. But yeah, so I just like went back to sleep and like snoozed and snuggled with Frank until like 7:30 this morning. This is a long time since I've had that much sleep. I've been running off like 5-6 hours a night, like while I'm in town, because I just like am doing so many things. So it's really nice to just like have a really slow day. I've just been reading and drinking my coffee, and I made this amazing breakfast. It's just like a little bit too hot to eat right now. Oh, but it tastes so good. The maple syrup and pumpkin seeds just like make it really suit this like this season. And it's actually been quite a while since I've like cooked a breakfast. Like I can't remember when the last time I cooked a breakfast like this was. Hey bud, do you want to go for a walk? Do you want to go for a walk, Frank? So cute. Let's go for a little adventure, bud. It is such a nice day out today. I'm really glad we've gone for a walk. I've never explored this spur before, so to satisfy my curiosity a bit. And yeah, with the snow and the sun and it being just like a little bit above freezing, it almost feels like a spring day, which is really nice. But I think Frank's ready to go back now, and we're gonna hang out in camp. Not sure what we're gonna do, but later tonight I'm gonna have a fire, I think, because I didn't feel like gathering enough wood for multiple nights, and I'm hoping it will be clear tonight so I'll be able to see the stars. That was so relaxing. I filmed each one of those scenes for like a little more than 5 minutes to put together for my ambient channel. But I think it would be a really nice video to go with like a warm beverage or like reading a book or something. So soothing. But Frank was just here the whole time under the sleeping bag, cozy sleeping. Hi, bud. I'm working on it. I'm gonna have a toasty fire going soon for you. And some din-dins. Yeah, buddy. On my fires so far this year, I had really super dry wood because it was right after the fire ban was lifted and it hadn't rained yet. Well, all this wood has been rained on for like at least 10 days so far, and then snow and frozen. And it's gone pretty well, I'd say. Yeah. I wasn't sure if I was gonna have to like fight for it, but I had a good plan and I selected a decent piece to start with. Nice and warm, Frank. Isn't it nice to be so toasty? Got my bagel toasting. I think it's done actually. But it is so nice to be like deeply warm and dry feeling. Hi, did you know I have an ambient channel? I didn't realize I mentioned it quite so many times during the filming of this episode, which took place over about 10 days. I didn't film every day, but yeah, because it wasn't raining, I got out and filmed a whole bunch for it, which is actually the type of video I was filming and editing before I really started this channel, making regular videos here. And then I decided to go this direction, but I do really love just sharing the sights and sounds of like pure nature for like relaxation and like unwinding purposes. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely check that out. I have great reviews so far. People seem very happy about those videos. Also, during the time period of this video, I still had no news of Frank, which is pretty hard, and another reason why we headed out of town, just to kind of try to get our mind off of it, because waiting is difficult, and if you think it's difficult waiting to hear about Frank, trust me, it's harder for me, and I'm not just withholding information to torture you. So I think in the next video I should have some information for you, but until then, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I really appreciate you watching. It definitely has a positive impact on our lives. And with that said, I hope you have a great week. I got a cute clip of Frank to send you off on your way, and we'll see you soon. Bye.